keep that up for now. No, so we're only doing it today. Today's this week we're doing a special. It's the open house. So we're going to be talking about and going through the trading room. But usually we will stick to our other tool. All right, can everyone see my screen now? Okay. Let's just make sure. Okay, I think people moved. All right, so welcome. So this is the, for those of you that are just here for the first time, this is the CryptoShark trading room. The trading room is where myself, I'm Mr. S, and Andrew Keen, and two other cryptocurrency traders, we all focus on a different area for over the course of 4 or 5 hours. So I'm usually here in the morning from 9:45 to 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and my bread and butter is primarily strategy. So I look at how the market performs. I look at kind of off-the-cuff assessment, which I think is very valuable for people who are just getting started. You kind of get to peer into my brain. I offer a lot of courses. I've got the Trade Alert service. I'm in our Slack room where I am constantly sharing ideas. This is just a way to kind of get them kind of off the cuff. And there have been opportunities where, I've mentioned something offhand. People have bought it and it performed incredibly well. So it's great to kind of just be in here to kind of get an inside scoop for what I'm thinking. And it's also great. We've got Andrew Keen talking about the news and about his take on the on cryptocurrency space of the day, which is extremely valuable. We've got someone who's very good at technical analysis. We've got someone else who's also very good at kind of understanding the market. And we all come and we all hang and chat for the morning, and we do it 5 days a week. So you should all love it. So we also do something, it's called the Coin Mastery series. And once a day, we're going down the list of cryptocurrency projects. So if you go on CoinMarketCap and you see, all the projects from A to Z, we're kind of going down those because we realize that there's so many there that it'd be really valuable to just give a little assessment of what we think about them. And then, and we're packaging it together and we're going to offer them as a little paid product. But for now, if you are participating and if you're in the trading room, then you'll get these free of charge. You'll just get them as part of being in here. So can everyone see my screen right now? Can you see me moving back and forth? Just want to make sure. Yep. Okay. So the Coin Mastery series is something else. The Coin Mastery series is just it is a series that we're doing in the trading room. So every day, one of the four of us will take on a different project. So right now, I'm going to be doing the Coin Mastery series today, and I'm going to be focusing on Cardano, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard about in the past couple weeks due to its meteoric rise. Although if we looked at the price today, it might not be so impressive. Let's see. Huh. So people are asking about other services. People are asking about how to get signed up for the trade alerts and other products. I will provide all those links at the end of my my presentation. So stick around. So mastering Bitcoin. So we're talking about mastering Cardano. So current holding. So I'm indifferent to Cardano, and I hold no position to Cardano. And I will tell you why as we go forward. But just to kind of tell you a little bit what Cardano is and the team behind it. So there are 3 organizations that are contributing to the development of Cardano. The first is the Cardano Foundation, an independent standards body based in Switzerland with core responsibilities to support the community of Cardano users and to work with authorities on regulatory and commercial matters. The second entity working on Cardano is IOHK, a leading cryptocurrency research and development company. I've seen them around. I believe they were working on the Ethereum Classic protocol for a while. The final business partner is Emergo, which invests in startups and assists commercial ventures to build on the Cardano blockchain. So what is Cardano? Before we get into Cardano by the numbers, Cardano is a cryptocurrency platform similar to Ethereum or similar to Neo, in that they're very similar in that they're providing smart contract capability. They're looking to create an ecosystem that people can build on top of. And that's really, from what I read, that's really the only thing that's special about it. If you kind of, and I'm going to show you a bit later, but if you dig into the details of Cardano, their value proposition, right? Like what they are communicating that distinguishes them from other projects is really their method for building the product, not necessarily anything special about the product. I think that there are products that are way more technologically advanced or innovative that are coming down the pike. So looking at Cardano by the numbers, I took the screenshot yesterday, so if it's a little different, I apologize. But Cardano's in the top 10 right now. It shot up. It had a meteoric rise from less than $1 billion to 20 billion. So a 20x in the course of 6 weeks. It happened very, very fast. And while it does look like a great platform, one of the things that concerns me about it is that they've barely executed on any of their roadmap, and they're still highly, highly valued. They're actually, I would make the case, overinflated in terms of their value. Again, as of my screenshot, it might be a little different, but the market cap was 20 billion, which is very high, and that does communicate some good things. It means that there are some projects in the CryptoShark portfolio that we've been following that if the market is assessing Cardano at a $20 billion market cap, projects like Dragon Chain have a great opportunity to hit those multiples in the coming weeks and months, which is very exciting to see. The volume is 1 billion, which means that there's a lot of trading activity. People are very active and very interested in trading Cardano. And what you're going to see later is that it has partially to do with the fact that it's being traded on Binance, which is a very large platform. The circulating supply is 25 billion. So there's a lot of Cardano tokens out there. And the total supply is 31 billion. And the max supply, oh, okay, so this is a coin that has that. I was looking for this one time when I was giving a presentation. And the max supply is 45 billion. So what that means is that I believe Cardano has a hybrid proof of work, proof of stake protocol, which means that you can mine Cardano. However, in the future, they are looking to move completely over to proof of stake, which means that you hold tokens. It's kind of like a master node. So if you hold tokens, you receive tokens relative to how many that you're holding. The max supply means that's how many can ever be created, and the total supply is how many are that have been created but are not in circulation. So a way to think of it is a circulating supply is, okay, so here's how many are being actively traded or can be actively traded. And to find our market cap, we would multiply the price per coin to the circulating supply. And that's how we get the market cap. The total supply is maybe how many coins have been generated, but not all of them are available for trading in the market. So they might be locked away. They might be part of a larger foundation. But these really can't be touched and they're not being traded. Max supply means they haven't been generated yet. So when you talk about mining, there's a moment where you where you're actually generating the coins. And in this case, there are, it looks like about 14 billion coins that haven't been created yet. So something to consider in terms of when you think about inflation. So yeah, we saw a meteoric rise here. We saw this with a lot of projects, some way more than others, but in the last, month and a half, I think you'd see what happened from November to January. It was pretty normal to see this sort of behavior, to see this big spike. However, some projects had way more of a sustained growth, and sorry, not sustained. It was greater in terms of how much their market cap increased. I'm actually looking right now to see. Oh, interesting. So Cardano by the numbers. So it's got a pretty significant trading volume relative to a lot of other projects in CoinMarketCap. You'll notice that Upbit is one of the largest exchanges. So whenever you're curious about where to purchase a project, which I always say is that you go to coinmarketcap.com, you click on the markets tab, and then you can see all of the different trading pairs and all the different places that it's available for purchase. On Binance, there's a lot of trading volume, so there's 72 million. And you can see that it's trading around, at least as of yesterday, 71 cents all the way up to 95 cents. So what does Cardano do? What makes Cardano special? The truth is, this was actually a difficult question for me to answer. It was difficult for me to answer because, in all honesty, there's nothing that special about Cardano. Cardano is a blockchain platform with upcoming smart contracting capabilities with a scientific philosophy through peer review. So, if you read through their documentation, what they are touting as what makes them special is that Cardano, their white papers are peer reviewed, they're backed by the scientific community, and while that creates a level of trust, I suppose, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to succeed in a couple of years. It could still make it a great investment, as we've seen. But there's nothing really inherently revolutionary in here, besides maybe the fact that they're looking to be quantum resistant. But that's on their roadmap, and their roadmap is, pretty extensive. And maybe I can even show you what I'm talking about in a moment. So there's a couple different epics in their roadmap. There's Goguen, which is integrating smart contracts. So as of September, I believe, they just implemented their mainnet. So whenever you hear me use the term mainnet, mainnet, it means that they've released the blockchain to the public. So there's a test net usually where the software is being tested, and so they're not using real currency. It's just a kind of way to develop features and make sure that everything's working before it's unleashed into the wild. And then the mainnet is when it goes live, if you will. So the mainnet was just released in September, relatively recent. And now they're promising all these other features to be built on top of it.